good to meet you. I've never interviewed you before, so it's a big pleasure to finally do that.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah. About the darkness, what made you say yes to that specifically, and what does a project need these days for you to say yes to them?
The first question, the answer would be most definitely Hulda as a character, because I've never seen, certainly not played, or seen a character like that, who is so likable and so impossible at the same time. Because I love her. I love her, but she is impossible, and she drives people nuts by the way she is and by the way she works. And it was a new kind of character for me to read and certainly to play. So that was Hulda. And also I love crime. A good crime show is something that I am very into. And in general, what attracts me to a project, there's so many different things. It could be timing, that it's kind of interesting and the timing is great. Or geographically, where it's shooting, and most of all, the character, obviously. This is a character, and it's hard to put into words, but if you read a script and you get images of the character, you get images of scenes, and it's suddenly vivid in your mind, then it's something that you should probably do. Whereas if it's just words and you're like, oh, I still have 20 more pages to go, then it's probably something you shouldn't do. So I guess that's what makes me want to do a project, what attracts me with a project.
And when your husband Lasse is also connected to a project like this, like The Darkness, how does it work between you? Do you discuss if you want to do it, both of you, or how does that work?
I think with Darkness, it was beyond discussion, because I fell in love with Hulda, and Lasse thought the whole project seemed interesting. And he has actually never done a TV show. He started out his career when he was maybe 17, and he did a lot of like fun TV and entertainment programs. And then he started with his rock videos and music videos and the ABBA videos. But he's never done a TV show, and I have done TV shows. So I was sort of the experienced one when it came to that. And I know I had discussions with Lasse. Are you sure you want to do all the episodes? Because it's 10 episodes. And are you sure you want to, and then we shrunk it into 8, or is it 6 even? It's 6 episodes. And even that is a lot. That's like making 3 movies back to back with no break at all. And so we discussed that part, but I think we were both in it as soon as we had read it, and as soon as we got a flavor of what this could be. We were both super positive. But then the strike started, the writer's strike, and then the actor's strike. And I'm SAG, I'm Screen Actors Guild, which made it impossible for me to work as long as we were on strike. So that's why we had to wait until we started shooting beginning of November. And that was kind of crazy, because then we got into like the toughest, roughest season to be in Iceland and to shoot in Iceland, with the snowstorms and the darkness that's so intense. It's 3 hours of daylight per day. And then, which we didn't know, but the volcanoes that started erupting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Lots of obstacles.
Yeah.
But how do you do it as when you are a couple working together? Do you have like strong walls in between private life and work, so you can't discuss work when you get home, and at work you don't interfere? Or how do you have rules between you?
And no, it's all work. So when we come home, we keep on working. And the minute we wake up, we keep on working. And Saturday, Sunday, we keep on working. And we were there during Christmas and New Year's. And people, oh, we'll have a break. We did not have a break. We just kept working and discussing. And because we love it so much, both of us. So that's just the way it is. That would be so strange if you have a passion for something and you're dying to talk about it. Oh, we're not working now, so I have to wait. That would be too weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can feel you're both very passionate about making films.
Yes.
In ways. I would like to go back a little, Lena, because I mean, now it's more than 50 years that you've been acting.
Yeah.
You've had a long, strong career behind you, and you started out with Ingmar Bergman, such an icon as your mentor. What did you learn from Bergman that still sticks with you?
I think the way to approach work, that it is something it is very different, but when the way I go about it, it's a job that requires skills and hard work and discipline. And that's something that Ingmar stood for, that it's just, talent comes second, and it's hard work, and it's a true discipline to keep, which he applies to himself, obviously, but also which he asks of his actors, that you come fully prepared and there's no excuses for anything. It's just hard work. And that discipline, that is the thing that you have taken with you. Yes. In your work. Yeah. All through. Yeah. And I'm very obsessive about it. It's like, I think I've taken it a little too far. Like when I was shooting in after this, I did another show that was shooting, an American show that was shooting in Germany. And someone was saying, do you like Munich? And I said, I don't know, because I go home and I'm staying in my hotel and I prep until it's time to go back to work. I would never be like, oh, I have a friend here in Munich. No, I can't. I need to just stay with the work. And that's how I like to go about it. You have played across, I mean, so many great actors and famous colleagues, of course. I mean, from just recently, Anthony Hopkins and Robert Redford and Richard Gere and Johnny Depp, and So, do you have any favorite experiences, like when you somewhere a scene or a film that you really had a great experience with one of them? I've been very lucky with my co-actors, actually. I've never had two minor experiences that weren't great with actors that I've been like, I'm not so sure I would love to work with them again. But most of the time it's been quite fantastic, actually, because actors are all, and certainly actors of a certain level. I think that if you stay in it like the ones you mentioned who have had such great careers, you don't get that kind of career unless you're kind of amazing to work with. So I cannot say that I have one that I thought. And then, of course, it's fun if you also have great chemistry and you can have a very, you share a sense of humor But it's mostly the ones that I worked with, the last ones that you remember so vividly, like Jack and I, who plays my colleague who comes to push me out from my job in the darkness. It was extremely joyful to work with him. It was so easy. And so we could just dive in and we could improvise and there's a chemistry that came very natural to us that was really fun to work with. He's really good in it. He's great, yeah. Yeah, he really is. So like Hulda, she's about to be retired, but she doesn't want to stop working. Does that resonate with you yourself? Yes. No, I'm not about to be retired, and I'm not going to stop working. Luckily, I don't have the kind of job that Hulda does, where you're out at a certain age. I can keep going, which is very lucky, because I don't know what I would do with myself if I couldn't work. Yeah. But do you feel, I mean, I apologize in advance if it's you find it offensive about bringing up your age, because you're almost 70. But it's impressive that you are working so much still.
in the film business. Do you feel there's so much discussion about the film industry, being discriminating older women in the business? Do you feel that, and how do you tackle that?
It's hard to. It seems like it's changing very slowly, I guess, but there is an interest. The more people seem to enjoy films or TV shows where, which represent all of us, the more opportunities I think there will be. I love the diversity that we're more and more looking for in films and TV. I think it's changing slowly, but that is amazing. And I've never actually felt that, oh, now I can't. I don't know. It's obviously there is a fascination with youth in film and in life. But there's so many interesting projects that keep coming. But I think the more we have female writers, I think that changes a lot. And female directors. And the more the people who pay for what we do, the people who put in the money, the more they see that people want to see a diverse cast, not only pretty 25-year-olds. The more we get a positive reaction from the audience, the ones who pay for it are going to say, yeah, let's keep going in this direction.
Totally. And Hulda is such a pleasure to follow. So thank you for that character, Lena, and thank you for this conversation.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ha det gott. Ha det gott.
Ja, ha det gott. Tack. Ha det så bra.